What's going on, my Century Unit? It's the Sentiment here, so back again with another classic WWE pay-per-view review. The first one in almost a month. I took a bit of a break. I was a bit burnt out, so I'm trying to get back on track. Anyway, Bad Blood 2024 is just around the corner. It's next weekend, and it got me thinking. Let's review the last one in 2004. So, this show was at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio on the 13th of June 2004. The attendance of the show was 9,000. Bad Blood 04 drew about 264,000 pay-per-view buys, a bit down than the previous year's show. Bad Blood 03 drew about 385,000 pay-per-view buys. The main event of that show was Triple H versus Kevin Nash inside of Hell in a Cell for the World Heavyweight Championship, with Mick Foley as the special guest referee. Yeah, like I said, this edition of Bad Blood was the last one until the 2024 edition. Yeah, it's a shame they never make the show as an annual event. And I forgot to mention, the first two Bad Bloods in WWE history is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. The first one was the first ever brand exclusive pay-per-view for the company. Yeah, it's a shame they never... Yeah, like I said, I wish they made it as an annual pay-per-view event. Unfortunately, I think they just had no desire. Maybe it didn't really draw that well. They kind of scrapped it because the following year they did Vengeance, as the Raw branded show for the month of June. I know they did Vengeance the following month, but I'm talking about like an annual June pay-per-view. And also you have One Night Stand, trying to fill the void. Yeah, ever since they got rid of King of the Ring, I think they're trying to fill the void for the last 20 years. You had Bad Blood, then Vengeance, then they discontinued with Vengeance, because the whole Chris Benoit double murder suicide. Then they, I think they had the Night of Champions. Well, was it One Night Stand? Then I think One Night Stand and Fatal 4-Way and Capital Punishment and No Way Out. Yeah, they're trying to fill the void, but yeah, it's a shame because it's funny that the first Bad Blood people think the 2003 edition of Bad Blood was the first pay-per-view. It wasn't. The first Bad Blood pay-per-view for the company was in 1997. The headline for that pay-per-view was the first Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. That was, also that same night you got on that same match actually was the debut of Kane. So yeah, anyway, yeah, it's a shame, but we're glad we brought it back right now. It's good. Anyway, so the commentators for Bad Blood 2004, we got JR and the King. Like I said, this is a Raw brand exclusive pay-per-view. Anyway, so let's do some quick results of this. By the way, the headline for this 2004 edition of the show was Triple H, Shawn Michaels inside of Hell in a Cell. We'll get to that later on. Anyway, let's do a quick result on an episode of Heat. On Heat, we got Batista defeat Maven in 3 minutes and 44 seconds. So the first match to kick off the show, this is for the World Tag Team Championships. La Resistance, Sylvain Grenier and Robert Conway defending the belts against the World Heavyweight Champion Chris Benoit and Edge. Chris Benoit is doing double duty on this show because he's going to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Kane later on the show. Sylvain Grenier and Rob Conway, they used to be French, used to be French, now they're French-Canadian. On paper sounds good, this is Battle of Canada. Even though Rob Conway's not Canadian, he's American, he was born in Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky, but he's the French-Canadian sympathizer. Anyway, the match was good. I thought this is going to be like a TV match. Yeah, on paper it is a TV match, not quality to be a pay-per-view wrestling match. But besides that, it was a fun match to kick off the show. Good back and forth. You had the heels ganging up on Edge, and then Edge did Benoit did the hot tag. I'm trying to keep it short and simple, folks. Anyway, so yeah, you had, I think, Benoit locked in the sharpshooter. I think it's on Grenier or Conway. One of them kind of broke up the pin or the special hold by Benoit. In the end, Benoit locked the crippled crossface onto Sylvain Grenier. Yeah, it was Sylvain Grenier. And then Edge hit the spear onto Rob Conway. You thought like Edge and Benoit are going to win the tag team titles. Unfortunately, out comes Kane. Attack Benoit, attack Edge. Hit Benoit with the chokeslam. I think he hit Edge with the chokeslam. So yeah, Grenier and Conway retained the. I know it's a lot of resistance, but Grenier and Conway. I know the similar of the names, Grenier, Conway. But anyway, a lot of resistance. I'm trying to say retained the tag team titles via disqualification. Kane coming out, it's just really building up to the world title match later on the show. I wasn't bothered. It's just what it is, man. Benoit and Edge would be lot of resistance for the tag team titles later on in the year. That thrust of Edge turning heel, and the rest is history. You want more of my information? Go check my review out of Tabby Tuesday 2004 for more information. So anyway, so let's move on to the next match. So the next match, we've got Chris Jericho taking on Tyson Tonko. This is his first, I think it's his first match in the company with Trish Stratus. This a continuation of Jericho's feud with Christian and Trish Stratus. It started at WrestleMania, and it continued at Backlash, now to this show. Tonko made his debut in the on Raw a couple weeks ago, attacked Jericho. I think he powerbombed him through the announce table. He's Christian's muscle, the problem solver. The match between Jericho and Tonko, I thought this is a bad match, but it was an okay match. It wasn't like an instant classic, It was like a 2-star match, It didn't really, I think it's I checked the time. It's only about 6 minutes, this match between Jericho and Tonko, but it didn't really shit the bed. It didn't outstay its welcome, It's a speed versus strength, Jericho's speed and agility, Tonko's about strength, I try to keep it short and simple, Trish trying to interfere. And by the way, Trish in the Fatal 4-Way Women's title match later on in the show. We'll get to that later on in this review. But anyway, so I think Trish took the bullet. Tonko accidentally knocking Trish off the ring apron. Jericho hit the Izaguri for the win. So really shocked that Jericho won this match. I thought Tonko would win because this is his first match in the company. No Christian. I'm guessing Christian got hurt. I don't know. I think Jericho and Christian had some kind of blow off. I think it was a ladder match for the Intercontinental title. That was at Unforgiven or Vengeance or whatever of the pay-per-view. But they kind of had the blow off of the rivalry. They kind of reviewed that rivalry 1 year later in the triple threat match for the WWE Championship between John Cena, Christian, and Jericho. Another show I reviewed in the past, go and check out. That's my review of Vengeance 2005. But didn't outstay its welcome. Feel like a match on Raw. This is the problem of doing brand-only pay-per-views. You got matches are not belong on pay-per-view. They're better off on weekly TV. So it's just what it is. But it was an okay match. So the next match, this is for the Intercontinental Championship. Randy Orton represent Evolution, defending the belt against Shelton Benjamin. I think Benjamin beat Orton on a non-title match. You had Orton you had Benjamin challenge Orton for the title. Orton denies, says no. I'm guessing there's some footage of not video package, but footage what's going on. I'm guessing Benjamin beat Orton for a non-title match to get a shot at the IC title. And then on the go home, you had Orton costing Benjamin a match against Batista, his fellow Evolution teammate, to really softened Benjamin going into this match. This match was good. I really enjoyed this match. It was a good back and forth, and they got 15 minutes. Wow. Because at the time, Orton and Shelton Benjamin, Benjamin just came to Raw, beat Triple H, beat Ric Flair. He's on cloud 9. Yeah, this match was good because both Orton and Benjamin are the two rising stars of the company. They're both only only 1 year older. Orton is 1 year older than Shelton Benjamin. I'm guessing Benjamin was born in 19. No, I'm lying. Benjamin's older than Orton. I'm really shocked. I thought he was born in 79, but no, he's nearly. No, at the time he was 29 years of age. I'm really shocked. I thought he would be like 25. I thought he would be like 23, 24, 25. Orton's like 24 back then. But no, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Orton. I'm really shocked. Benjamin's right now is 49, nearly 50. I thought he was about like in his mid 40s, man. Holy shit! But anyway, it's a good back and forth match. Out comes Ric Flair. Hit Orton with the Stinger Splash. I think it was some kind of DDT or suplex onto Orton. He thought he's gonna pin, get the win, but instead, you had Flair put Orton's foot on the ropes. Anyway, so you had Benjamin, Shelton grab Flair, locking the figure 4 leg lock. In the end, Orton rolled up Shelton Benjamin for the win. Really shocked. Orton didn't really hit the RKO. Holy crap. He didn't really hit the RKO. That's really odd. Most of the time you see a Randy Orton match, he always hits his finisher, the RKO, but instead he just rolled him up. Orton retains the title. It was good. It was kind of like a little boring, but I get it's wrestles. I think Orton and Benjamin's style's a bit different. It's a good tactical match style, chain style wrestling. Whole bulk of the match, Benjamin did. I think he did some high fly moves. I'm not too sure. It's been 2 days since I watched the show. My mind's a bit faint. But besides that, it told a good story. Really shocked that Benjamin would win. Failed to win this title. He ended up winning the title, his first singles title belt in his career in the company at Taboo Tuesday. But it's really sad that Orton went on to drop the belt to Edge at Vengeance the following month. I thought they're going to put the belt on Shelton Benjamin because he's the upper-comer. So far, I think all 3 members of Evolution. But they're gonna put. I thought they're gonna put the belt on him, but instead, I think they're putting the belt on Orton. I think he still got some momentum. He ended up dropping the belt to Edge, and then he ended up going to be the world champion that summer, 2 months at SummerSlam. So it's not, so they're saying, I think like Orton putting the belt, they're giving on this good run, as the belt. He's really funny. He won the belt at Armageddon at the end of the year, and hold it about, December? He won the belt in December, so December, January, February, March, April, May, June. He ended up dropping the belt in July, so they gave Orton like that 7-month reign as Intercontinental Champion, and he ended up like going into the world title picture and winning the world title in August. So yeah, I feel like it'd be cool to see Shelton Benjamin winning the belt, but I think they're just still building him up, so it's just what it is. So yeah, Flair interfering it wasn't really bothering me, but it's only one time. He didn't really like hurt this match. Seeing Benjamin locking the figure 4 leg lock was good. Yeah, it was a good technical style match. It didn't really shit the bed. Shocking it's about 15 minutes, but yeah, it told a good story. So let's move on to the next match. So the next match, this is a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Women's Championship. Victoria defending the belt against Lita, Trish Stratus, Gail Kim. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm speaking too fast, man. Yeah, Victoria defending the belt against Trish Stratus, Lita, and Gail Kim. With in the corner of Trish Stratus, we got Tyson Tonko. One more in the match. I think it's a roll-up pin. Lita did it on Trish, but I'm guessing Tonko pushed or put Trish's foot on the ropes or pulled her out of the ring. and Tonko got kicked out. Anyway, the match wasn't bad, but this is similar to the Jericho Tonko match from earlier. This is for like a match on Raw, not on a match on a pay-per-view that at the time you're spending a lot of money. Yeah, this is the shortest match of the show. It's only lasts about 4 minutes and 43 seconds. I wish they had more time to gel, but wasn't a bad match. Wasn't great. It was a match. In the end, I think I'm gonna read it on Wikipedia. I did watch the show, folks. You know, not at the time, but for the preparation of this review, folks. I'm doing this to jog my memory. So yeah, Lita hit the DDT onto Kim, and Trish rolled up Lita for the win and retained. Actually becoming the new women's champion. Trish Stratus become a 5-time women's champion. I'm really shocked. Trish won this belt on the show. I was like, holy shit! I never knew that. I thought Victoria going to retain, but instead it was Trish. You know, but yeah, this match. I think in my nitpick about this, it was too short. I think like Victoria's non-existent. Gail Kim didn't have some shine. I felt sorry for Gail Kim. You know, it's like her 2 runs in the company was a bit forgettable, but it's just what it is, man. It's good to see Trish winning the belt, but I wish they'd done like a triple threat match. I think they'll benefit more with Victoria, Trish, and Lita, but that's just me. But yeah, Trish winning the belt was cool. It was surprising, but I wish they had more minutes. So anyway, and this match should never be on a pay-per-view. Yeah, we got Eugene, his first match on pay-per-view, taking on the Coach. Why they did this? Yeah, Eugene debut. I think he debuted like in May or something, or April. I think his debut around the draft. The draft. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, Eugene going into the ladies' locker room. Yeah, Gail Kim's reaction. You know, because Eugene is Eric Bischoff's kayfabe nephew. I almost say cousin, but it's nephew. But anyway, so you had the Coach trying to embarrass Eugene. Out comes The Rock, you know, hitting it called the Coach a popcorn fart, you know. I think Eugene has matches. He teaming up with Benoit. They're kind of giving Nick Desmond some kind of like a mini push. It's leading up to his match with Triple H at SummerSlam. And to be fair, you know, like with Eugene, you know, he got some good reactions, you know. Despite of his gimmick, you know, being the retarded guy or the mentally challenged guy, you know, I think Eugene is very underrated. Despite, you know, the gimmick is poor taste. They will never do this gimmick in today's WWE because this is we're in the woke era. But he kind of made it work, you know. I feel like The Rock kind of congratulated with Nick Desmond. He finally got a big break, you know. He was in OVW for a few times, wrestled as Nick Desmond, but I think the Eugene character was come up by himself. You know, it's really, and to be fair, he made it work. And at this moment in time, Eugene kind of like hang around with William Regal. Regal's now, you know, face turn. Yeah, he came back after he had I think he had a heart parasite. Last year, you know, I think he almost lost his life. You know, the company was touring around India, so. Yeah, it was like, you know, I think it's an underrated partnership between Eugene and William Regal, you know. Anyway, so you had this moment, like, you know, had Kane doing Coach bidding, you know, attacking Eugene, him with the chair, you know. Anyway, so I think I think Eugene beat Coach on a match on Raw, you know. I might be wrong about this, you know. Yeah, this match sucked, you know. The Coach is not a wrestler, you know, like, he's just a personality, you know. He's a former ring interviewer. He's, you know, throughout the rest of his run in the company, he's not like an on-screen personality, an on-screen character, you know. I'm trying to keep it short and simple, folks. This match sucked, you know. This should be on Raw. Why you put it? I think it killed time. This is a dead spot, a dead spot in the show. It only lasted about 7 minutes, man. I wish they cut this match in half. I give more time for the women match from the previous, but Eugene's doing like the dog pose, like look like he's pissing on Coach. You know, he's calling. He kind of like rolls up like a ball. Like some of the Eugene stuff, it could be hit or miss. You know, I like his stuff. You know, like yeah, Jerry looking all his face. You know, like I said, I think he did got it work. You know, with Nick Dinsmore, I think he's a very underrated worker. You know, he's very underrated. You know, he doesn't get any like credit. You know, despite he just made it work. You know, I think the guy, yeah, he left in 2007, but yeah, I think he kind of lived his dream. You know, but anyway, so you had this woman came around with wearing bikinis. She was holding like a tray of cookies. You know, the coach trying to offer Eugene some cookies. You know, he kind of gave some to the crowd. Anyway, so try to keep it short and simple, you know. You had Garrison Cade, or aka Lance Cade, interfered. You know, this was a clusterfuck. You know, I don't want to get in more details of it. So in the end, Eugene hit the coach with the rock bomb. Is that the rock bomb? Yeah, he hit him with the rock bomb. I think it was the People's Elbow and the rock bomb. I might be wrong about this. Onto the coach, and then afterwards hits Garrison Cade with the stunner. You know, he'll do that in that match against Triple H at SummerSlam. I think he kind of idolized, those guys, Rock and Austin, and also Hulk Hogan. I think he grew up watching Hulk Hogan as a kid. But yeah, I think if they cut this about 3 minutes, I'll be fine with it. But it's just too long, too much shtick. I wish they'd never done this on a pay-per-view. I think it's just kill time, man. But besides that, Eugene got the victory. I don't want to see Coach wrestle because the coach sucks, man. Anyway, this match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The second to last match of the show. Chris Benoit defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Kane. Kane won a Battle Royal a few weeks, I think it was a month ago at Raw, to get a shot at the world title on this show. I think he attacked Benoit for weeks, to basically, soften him up. And also he cost Benoit the tag team titles, teaming up with Edge against La Resistance on this show. He had this handicap match, I think it was on the Go Home Raw before the show. Anyway, so that was the reason why Edge and Benoit challenged La Resistance for the tag team titles. That's the World Tag Team titles. That's the titles on Raw at the time. Anyway, so the match between Benoit and Kane. Benoit and Kane. This is match of the night. This is speed versus agility. This is like monster versus mortal. Benoit is the mortal human, and Kane is this monster, the Jacob Goodnight, see no evil monster. It was really good. It was a good match, good back and forth match. I didn't believe in that Kane would beat Benoit, but it was a good big versus small match. I try to keep it short and simple. The teasing like Benoit was going for the cripple's crossface onto Kane, making Kane tap out. He tried to make Kane tap out with the sharpshooter. Kane, I don't know, he reversed it or reached the ropes. I'm trying to keep it short and simple. I'm trying to keep this review about 30-40 minutes. Not an hour and 30. I did some reviews like last about hour long. It's just what it is. Yeah, I was kind of rambling, but I'm trying to get my points across. So it was 18 minutes. It was a really good match. In the end, I think Kane was going for like his clothesline off the top rope. Benoit was going for the cripple crossface. I thought he would get tapped out. I thought Kane did tap out on this show, but he didn't. In the end, Benoit locked in the roll-up onto Kane to win this match and retain the World Heavyweight Championship. So, yeah, this is Benoit's first singles world title defense, since he won the belt, because the previous two, he was in a triple threat match between him, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. So, trying to get away from the trying to get away from the Triple H Shawn Michaels bits and facing other competitors on the Raw brand. So, yeah, I'm really shocked that Kane. I think if Kane tap out on this show, that'd be cool. That'd be a big moment, But instead, it wasn't to be. I think he did have a match on Raw, and Kane did tap out. I don't know. They had another match for the world title, but it's a shame. I thought it would tap out, but instead, I think Raw was a bit. kind of pretend Kane, but I wish they just make Kane tap out. That'd be a good moment. But it was a good match. I think match of the night for me, it's speed, agility versus strength, and I think they hit it. They kind of passed with flying colours, you know. Moving on to the main event, and this is for the... actually, I'm lying. This is the Hell in the Cell match. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. They really playing up... This is the final match of the 2-year rivalry between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. You know, they were founding fathers of D-Generation X, and then when Shawn, you know, had that back injury, forced to an early retirement, Triple H, you know, pick the ball, continue, you know, form his version of DX, you know. Years later, Shawn came back, you know, in 2002, you know, he was part of the NWO, you know. They were teasing like they're going to do this DX reunion. Triple H turned on him. They had a match at SummerSlam. You know, Triple H ran off Shawn, him in the back with the sledgehammer. Shawn came back, won the World Heavyweight title at Survivor Series inside the Elimination Chamber. And then a month later at Armageddon, Triple H regained the World Heavyweight Championship in the 3 stages of Hell match at Armageddon 2002. They took a break off this rivalry in 2003. They had, I think, had a 6-man tag team match at Backlash. You know, they did like compete in the Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam. But fast forward in 2004, actually the end of 2003, Triple H and Shawn Michaels had that match on Raw. You thought Shawn won this match, but it was a screwy finish, you know. I'm guessing like it was a non-contest or double pin. Both shoulders were down, so they had a match at the Royal Rumble. That was a non-contest. They fought in the Triple Threat match at WrestleMania 20, and then again at Backlash, you know. Moving on to this match at Bad Blood, you know. Triple H cost Shawn Michaels the World Heavyweight Championship against Benoit on Raw. Then Shawn Michaels cost Triple H the Battle Royal. I forgot to mention this. Kane won a Battle Royal to face Benoit on the show. You know, so yeah, you know they cost each other matches. Yeah, there were fights. So I think doing this Hell in a Cell match on paper was the right call. You know, because Shawn Michaels was in the first Hell in a Cell match in 1997. Since then, I think Triple H won 2. I think he won 3. I think it was 3. I think it was 3 or 2 at the time. It's about at the time. Like I think it was I think Jericho at Judgment Day 2002, and I think Kevin Nash of last year's Bad Blood. So it's 2 Hell in a Cell matches. Shawn Michaels won 1. You know, I'm trying to remember. I know Triple H went on more Hell in a Cell matches, you know, years later. I'm talking about, like, back then. It was Shawn won 1 Hell in a Cell match, the first one, and Triple H won 2. So, going into this, you know, I think it was a good way. The match itself, I think it was the second best match of the night. It was a really good match, don't get me wrong. I watched a lot of people's reviews of this show. You know, I also watched this show for the preparation of this review on my channel, but I watched other people's like reviews of this show, and a lot of people just do not like this match. I understand why. It has to do with it went too long. I checked the time. I checked the absolute time. The Hell in a Cell match was 47 minutes 26 seconds. It's nearly 50 minutes, man. If they cut this match in half and give more time for matches on the show, and this match should be like a 35 minutes. I give it to 35 minutes or 30 minutes, but fucking 47 minutes. Wow, I was completely bored, but at the same time, it was a really good match. You know, Shawn bled. You know, Triple H hit the steel steps onto Shawn Michaels, and then I think like Triple H was bleeding. I'm guessing like some punches and kind of like hitting Triple H. I think he kind of like catapulted him onto the cell wall to make Triple H kind of bleeding. He kind of used he whacked Triple H with the chair to make him super bleed. Shawn was bleeding buckets, man. This was really good. It's not on the same level as Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, that Hell in a Cell match from No Mercy in 2002. That was violent, but this was like on the same picture, but it was a bit boring. You know, you had Triple H working on the back of Shawn Michaels. You know, hitting him with the I think it's a bat breaker. I think he hit him with a bat body drop. You know, he kind of sidewalk slammed Shawn onto the steel steps. You know, not steel steps. On the chair. Anyway, so Shawn trying to power drive Triple H onto the steel steps, you know. It's a reference one he did to The Undertaker at the first Hell in a Cell match, you know. Like, you know, people say, yeah, I think doing, you know, like, it was a good Hell in a Cell match. You don't need to do crazy bumps, you know, to have a great Hell in a Cell match. You don't need it. This is supposed to be designed to be a war inside the cage. And, you know, it's past, but, like I said, my nitpick, too long. You know, you don't need it. You know, it's not on the same level as the first Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, Undertaker Mankind, and even Triple H, Cactus Jack from No Way Out 2000. They don't need that. You don't need that crazy bumps, you know, to have a good Hell in a Cell match. So, anyway, so I think Shawn Michaels hits Triple H with the I think there were a lot of low blows. Hit Triple H with the switching music. I thought he didn't hit the move, but he did. Anyway, so and then Triple H won this match. You know, he hit Shawn Michaels, but not one, not two, but three pedigrees to win this match. It was predictable that Triple H is winning, but yeah, it was a really good match. You know, yeah, Shawn did hit the switching music. You know, but I don't think Shawn didn't really need to win this match, you know. Yeah, they kind of they teased it like this is a climax, you know. I wish they did this match. I wish this is the end of this rivalry, but I think that match at Taboo Tuesday months later in October kind of tarnished it, man. I wish they never done that match, you know, because Shawn got hurt, injured his knee in October, so you know, torn his meniscus, you know. But I wish they just like, in my opinion, if they just end this match, you know, and have Triple H, Shawn Michaels did not interact, that'd be a good way, but I don't think they overkilled it. But they kind of interact again in 2006. This was just building up to their matches at WrestleMania 22, and then it's leading up to them reforming DX. You know, I think it is a good rivalry between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. You know, in this period, it's hard to put it in. There's a lot of rivalries before and after this. You know, it's hard. I put it in probably it's personal. I put it around the top 10. It's got to be in the top 10, top 20 feuds of all time. But I think it's in the top 2 of probably the best rivalries of this period, the Ruthless Aggression era. It's between John Cena and Edge, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, you know. So anyway, Shawn was written off the next night on Raw. You know, you had the teasing like they're gonna bury the hatchet. You know, not gonna tease. You know, they're not gonna tease Triple H's face turn because it makes no sense. He's part of Evolution, so. You had Kane attack Shawn Michaels, you know, wedge the chair on his head and injured his throat, you know. And that's the way to win off Shawn Michaels, you know. I think Shawn took some time off. I think it's like knowing that he's going to be a part-timer, you know. I think 2006 was the next, I think it was 2006, yeah. No, 2005, I think. It's between 05 or 06, you know. He's not like, at the time, Shawn was not really a part-timer. He's still an active guy on the roster. Yeah, I think it was a bit burnt out, you know. But anyway, they really beat the piss in this match, you know. And I forgot one spot, you know, one more of the match, Shawn grabbed the ladder. He kind of did the elbow drop off the ladder onto Triple H through the table, you know. You know, it was a fucking good war. But I think it's a forgettable Hell in a Cell match. I think it did not live up to the standards. You know, I thought this is going to be like a 5-star classic, you know. But unfortunately, I think it's I think there've been better Hell in a Cell matches before and after this. It's disappointed, but besides that, man, yeah, I think this match to close out Bad Blood was the right. My overall rating of Bad Blood 2004 is a 8.5 out of 10. Better than the 2003 installment. Yeah, it was a good show from top to bottom. The only thing I put in the bad for me is the Eugene versus Coach match. The main event, despite it was good, but it's too long. the things I put in the okay, the undercard was okay. The matches I put in the okay is Jericho versus Tyson Tonko, and the women's Fatal 4-Way match. They were okay. I think they belong on Raw, but not on a pay-per-view. At the time, they spent a lot of money, but the good is the good. I enjoy the opener. I enjoy, Orton versus Shelton Benjamin, Benoit versus Kane, and the main event. Despite it was a long Hell in a Cell match, but they really told a good story. Actually, I'm going to change the score. I'm going to give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Still a good show. Anyway, what's your thoughts on Bad Blood 2004? Do you like this video? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash that button. Click the like, click the bell. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more. Next time, we're still in 2004. This time, we're going to travel forward to the month of September. The month after SummerSlam, Randy Orton's first title defense as the World Heavyweight Champion after he got kicked out from Evolution to take on his former leader, Triple H. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The next review I'm going to review is Unforgiven 2004. Until then, this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later, folks.